At the first look, it might seem very complicated because there are lots of wires and lots of components, other things, but we don't need to learn and remember and know every single wire. We just need to know whatever we are facing and we need to. And for example, if we are working with a battery and charging system, we just need to follow the important components and parts. For example, battery, start motor, generator or alternator, and also the regulator that regulates and provide the proper charging value to the battery. For example, we can see that always there is in Honda there are 3 wires, yellow wires, from our alternator to the regulator, just 3 phase, 3 AC or alternator current, which here in the regulator convert to the DC or direct currents, which is suitable for charging the battery. And also the other areas, we have some kind of indication parts or milestones, like left, right and left, the handlebar switches, starter switch, and tail lights, ignition coil, horn, and also very important, some connector or sockets which indicated color. For example, and this one is green, indicated by G, which is based on the diagram guide, is green. And if you look at the actual motorcycle wiring, we can find that green connector or socket. For example, here is the green in the connector or socket, which is connected directly to the fuse box. Here, that fuse box. So here is the starting part of the wiring harness with these connectors, white, red and green color. Here also we can see is this dashed line indicating the inside and outside of the wire harness, and this is for connector. For example, the connector in green color I show you here is connecting to the fuse box. So we don't need to learn, remember and know every single wire, but with the main component we can help ourselves to follow better and understand better. And if we have a specific problem, like if there is a front headlight is not working or indicator lights, we can only follow the related wires, not everything, and we shouldn't let it confuse us. It doesn't matter if we follow the black and white or the colorful one. This one indicated with color and bigger and might seem simpler. And here also we need to check the components here. For example, a temperature gauge, temperature sensor, oil pressure sensor, horn button, everything is here. Can use it as a point that help us to find other things. Here's a CDI, for example, the coil and the rest of the things. For example, here you can see that the three yellow wire, doesn't matter here or here in this diagram, three wire which is indicated by Y, which is Y indicate yellow. By this connector is connected to the regulator. Here also the same, three wire by connector, then to the rectifier with regulator. Here is that connector, three yellow wire from charging system. The charging system is here. This wiring harness, small wiring harness here, is coming here to that connector, and from this connector it's going to that side to the regulator, charging regulator, which is gonna charge the battery. This is also the CDI and the connector to the CDI, and here is the coil to the two spark plugs, left and right handlebar and the other things. And here is also the end part of the wire harness. This it's five wires. For example, here is the green and yellow wire, and here at the end of the wiring harness, a green and yellow wire is going to the tail lights. Even we follow here, which is more clear, the end of the wire harness, we can see green, yellow, G-Y. G-Y wire is going to the tail lights, stop lights.